favorite subject in high school was history. I loved learning about history. I had a great teacher. He made it really interesting. What influenced me to become a third grade teacher is I grew up in Laguna Beach, and I loved my third grade teacher. I had trouble with memorizing my multiplication tables, and she'd have me over to her house, and we'd be doing flashcards, and she just took a real interest in making sure that I was, prepared to go on to fourth grade. But actually, I wanted to teach either third, fourth, or fifth grade. How long did it take me to become a teacher? I went to Orange Coast College after I graduated from high school for 2 years. After I graduated from Coast, I went on to Cal State Long Beach and got my degree there within 2 more years. And then I went an additional year because I had to be accepted into the elementary education teaching program. So I did that for a year. And then after I graduated from Long Beach with my degree and my education background, we moved to Florence, Italy. We lived there for 8 years. I actually taught over there in our kids' school that they went to, which actually made me a better teacher because it made me appreciate what kids and parents go through living in a foreign country. But we learned to speak the language, and our kids learned to speak the language, and it was a totally positive experience. I loved it. Both of my parents were very supportive of my career choice. They knew from an early age that I loved playing and working with children, and they both had told me many, many times how proud they were, and how I'd tell them stories, and it would make them feel so good of the lives that you touch, the kids that you have that they still come back and visit. That's important. That's important to make that connection. So, yes, I was the first one in my family actually to graduate from college, so that was special too. Things with the kids because I think it's important that they enjoy coming to school and look forward to doing fun things, and if I'm having fun, then they're having fun, and it's a win-win situation. Like for Halloween, I dress up as Mickey Mouse every year, and I hang donuts from the beam in my ceiling, and the kids have to eat the donuts without touching them. They remember that. That's the stuff they remember, the fun things. At Christmas time, we make candy trains, and we put on music, and we sing, and it's a happy classroom. And let's see what else. We make handmade paper. I took a class in college, so it's really fun for the kids to learn how the whole process of how paper is made. And I made things that they press the paper into molds that I handmade, and then I enter them in the Youth Expo, and they usually win first place, which is cool. And we walk over to the Youth Expo, and that's a whole day experience right there too. Kids are only kids once, and so I try to make it fun. We make totem poles. What else do we need? Now I have an after school science club. We make homemade ice cream. We go on fun field trips. Just got to make it fun.
Go.
One of my favorite projects I do at the end of the year after the state testing is I put together a whole trip around the world. And it took me about a year to collect all the resources, and I make the kids a big book, and they each have a passport, and we visit 12, 15 countries, and the kids see award-winning videos about kids in those countries, so they can see that kids are kids no matter where they go in the world. We speak different languages, German, French, Italian. It's a lot of fun, and sometimes we have foods from the different countries, and they just learn about kids around the world. And I think that's essential today with all the kids that we have from all around the world. Like last year, it was really cool. I got a new boy at the end of the year. He didn't speak much English, and he was from Iran. And so I added Iran to my little trip around the world, and he was just so proud. You could tell when he saw his flag up there, and we talked about the culture, and I went on the website and showed him some pictures of Iran. All the kids learned about him. Had another little boy last year from Sri Lanka, and his mom came in and made food and talked about all the things about India to the class. So it just makes it a real warm family community in here. There's always difficulties in every job you work at, but as far as some of my tougher years have been, one year I had an autistic child in my class, so I had to go to training to see how to actually teach him and do the best I could do to educate him the best I could. I've had kids from other countries that speak absolutely no English, so I've had to learn to, teach them so they can succeed in our schools over here. That's where living in Italy helped me a lot too. As far as the workload, it's always going to be there. It's always difficult to manage, but I just take it one day at a time. I do what I can do. I have a balanced life. My family comes first. I go to the gym and work out and just have a positive attitude. That's the only way you can really get through some of the stresses that you go through. Look for the good. Focus on that. To be honest with you, I love what I do. I mean, there isn't anything else I'd rather do except maybe go back to work at Disneyland again. I'm not working when I'm out of school. I love going to the gym. I go to water aerobics. In the summer I was going 6 days a week, but now that I'm working, the class is at 9 in the morning. So I go to 3 water aerobic classes and I do Zumba dance. But I enjoy it, so that's the important part. I feel healthy, and that was what I wanted to do. I love going to the beach. That's my getaway place, my favorite place to just go relax. Used to tell my own children when they were growing up, if they ever got down, take a drive to the beach, because just the drive down there and then you hear the ocean waves crashing, it's soothing for your soul. Family's number one in my life. I love being with my kids. Our son's getting married. He's 31, and my daughter's a critical care nurse. She's 29, and we have 1 grandson, and that's the thing I love to do most, spending time with my family. And my husband, who is my best friend. We've been together 40 years. We met in college, but we've actually been married 37 years. Coming up in June, we'll be 37. So that's what I like to do, just spend time with my family. My all-time favorite place to go is Disneyland. You think I'd be tired of it? I worked there for 10 years in the Blue Bayou, but I love going there. It's just, it's like going to the park for our family. We used to take our kids there when they were growing up, and we take our grandson there now. Sometimes my husband and I just go by ourselves. We have passes. But you know what? It's always a happy place. We meet people from all around the world. We talk to people, and it's just even when it's crowded, it doesn't bother us, because we're just there to just walk around, and just, to us, it's a relaxing place, a fun place. So that's my favorite place to go. Everybody knows it. Ha ha!